Hey guys, Brittany Hammond here, founder of Untamed Productions and the host of the Brand Interrupted podcast. Today I want to talk about the number one question that my clients come to me asking, and that is, how do I share parts of my story when there's other people involved, and how do I share my story when it doesn't really feel safe to just, bear it all online? So I want to start this off by saying, your story is sacred and not everyone actually deserves or needs to know the details. You really get to decide what it is you want to share, and it's the details that are going to most serve your audience or your ideal client. So when we think about sharing our story, you can share your story for the sake of being witnessed, but when you're sharing your story in your business, there's going to be a little bit more strategy behind it. And you might be thinking, well, if I'm putting strategy behind my story, then how can I be authentic? If you're promoting a program or an offering and you're feeling kind of icky about almost using, your personal details in your story, exploiting yourself for the sake of promoting the program, I want to invite you to take a step back, because if it feels icky, then just don't do it. There's another way around this. Here are 3 alternatives for sharing your story in an intimate way that's really of service of people. Oftentimes our story can involve other people, and when you're sharing something publicly online, anyone can see it. And I think that's why it can feel really unsafe, because there's just some things that you might not talk about publicly, and yet it's so integral to your story and the thing that your ideal client or customer really needs to hear in order to create that bond and that sense of trust. So the first way is sharing it privately, just one-on-one in a conversation with someone. This could be in a discovery call or in a one-on-one session. I know, big part of my story involves my upbringing and my childhood, and I haven't always been able to openly speak about it because my family does support my business and watches me on social media. So I'm very cautious of what I choose to put out there publicly and then what I'll share intimately with my clients in that one-on-one session. The second way is you can create your own private Facebook community and you can share it there. You can write it out or you can go live, but it's in a contained audience and, really filtering the people that are in that community and just making sure that you feel safe before, sharing those intimate details of whatever the things are that you've been through. The third way that you can share your story is in a group setting or container. So this could be a workshop or in a group program. You can really dive into those details, because whether it's a small intimate group or maybe a larger group with 20 plus people, you know who's going to be receiving that story, and it's not going to be something that's going to be shared publicly online in a podcast or on TV where the whole world can see it. Conscious messaging and intentional storytelling is something that I love helping my clients with. It's like the little PR in me that just knows the moments of your story that's really going to land with the audience. So if you're looking for guidance on how to share your story, where to share, what to share, what are the defining moments of your story that really are going to create that know, like, and trust factor with your audience, then reach out to me. I have a 1-month brand story accelerator and we dive into just this.